So recently, RobTop has posted a video celebrating the 10-year anniversary for Geometry Dash, and we're gonna analyze the video in depth to see what you might have missed in the video. Now, of course, this video isn't gonna include every single detail just because there's so much going on in the 26 minutes and 41 seconds of the video. So, we're just gonna mainly go over the animation featured in the video, the 2.2 sneak peek, and RobTop's new channel banner, which has some pretty interesting details as well. Things like the montage at the beginning of the video, the interviews, and the stats are pretty self-explanatory, so we won't be going over those. Anyways, let's start the video by analyzing this animation. Now, I just gotta say, this animation is awesome. It is just amazing. It is literally a piece of art that must have taken so long to make. I mean, just look at it. So, if you didn't know, this animation is supposedly a compilation of bosses from popular Geometry Dash levels. Now, let's go over every single boss featured in this animation, and this wouldn't be possible without Mulpan, who made a video showcasing every single boss in the animation, so basically all of the information about which boss came from which level came from their video. So here are all the levels featured in order: Deadlocked, Serious, Kappa Boss Fight, B, Master Game, Slam, Against the God, Ouroboros, The Eschaton, Ultra Violence, Amorphia, Castlemania, Boomslayer, and Crazy 3. Now, I want to talk about the final boss here, because it isn't actually a boss from any Geometry Dash level, but rather a combination of all the bosses we just mentioned. During the final boss fight, it seems like the final boss is winning, but then the protagonist steals his sword and uses the boss's own weapon against him and claims victory. And that's about it for the animation. Now let's move on to the next part of the video, the 2.2 sneak peek. So, if you are watching the 10-year anniversary video and noticed that this platformer level looked familiar, well, it was actually first shown in a previous video RobTop published 2 years ago, on August 14th, 2021, a day after the 8th year anniversary for GD. The sneak peek back then only showed the first layout, but in the 10-year anniversary video, we see that there is a second part to the level, a second stage. There were also some sound effects added, a new character in the beginning, and at the end of the sneak peek, the 2.2 release date. So let's go over exactly what's going on in the level. As the player first spawns in, a new character shows up. There's nothing really special about it, and it sort of just despawns. Something interesting though, is when these crates get squeezed as the player goes on them. This is most likely going to be a new 2.2 feature, which lets platformer blocks get squeezed when the player's on top of them. We can also see some decorations sway back and forth, which I assume is another object property that will be added in the update. And of course, it wouldn't be a RobTop sneak peek if he collected all the coins. This part right here is most likely a secret coin route that isn't shown in the video. I also love the usage of both non-pixel and pixel art styles. They really fit well together. Anyways, we see a lot of these torches throughout the level, which will most likely be common decoration in custom platformer levels when 2.2 comes out. In the transition from the first to second stage, we can see this arrow on top of the door, which I'm guessing indicates that the object you're about to interact with takes you to a new part of the level. Now, I have some theories about this thing. First, this door doesn't really take you to a second stage, but rather, it teleports you to a different part of the level with a black fade transition, making it seem like a different stage entirely. Second of all, I don't think this particular door sprite is the only thing that can teleport you. There might be a select few of objects that can teleport you in different spots, kind of like how the teleport portals work. Back to the level, we are greeted with this epic boss fight. From the looks of it, it's pretty difficult, and just imagine how much more difficult it would be if there were random triggers randomizing all of the Spike's movements. That'd be scary. After the boss fight's over and the 2.2 update release date is revealed, the icon's eyes change. I'm not sure how this is going to be added to the game, considering it needs to be icon specific, but these might be icon exclusive expressions. Not to mention, the previous 2.2 sneak peek videos showcased new icons, in which all of them have eyes. Pretty interesting. This means that we might be getting some icon exclusive face expressions. Not really sure how they're going to get added, but with over 6.5 years of developing 2.2, I'm pretty sure RobTop has thought of something. Anyways, that's about it for the 2.2 sneak peek part. I'm not going to talk about the obvious stuff, like the new blocks and decoration types, since they're right there. Now, let's analyze RobTop's new channel banner. Luckily, I managed to find a full version of the promo art on the Geometry Dash wiki. Now, if you look at the bottom right, you will see it's illustrated by a guy named Rayford. And this is actually the same guy who made the animation we looked at earlier. Rayford did such a great job with that and this promo art. So in the middle, you can see some portals on top of each other, and the cube coming out of the cube portal. To the left of that, we can see GG Riot, which is a reference to the end of Bloodbath. We can also see the limbo keys, the way from How, the 2023 part of the video montage, the boss from the Eschaton, Partition's icon, a row of blocks from Retray, and the press start monster. Now, I originally thought that these creatures right here represented the first 3 difficulty phases, but then after a closer look I realized that these creatures are from Peaceful. We have Wolsey and Juniper's icons, GD Cologne, the square spikes from a level named Motion, the 2.2 coming out billboard, some sort of Big Ben recreation, I'm not exactly sure what that is, the infamous Michigan triple spikes, a reference to the boss fight we saw earlier in the 2.2 sneak peek. It's a little bit hard to see, but we do have a move trigger, the yellow dragon boss from Against the God, the Devil Vortex saws, a reference to a level which I don't know, the boss from B, the boss from Sirius, the boss from Slam, the boss from Boomslayer, the boss from Crazy 3, the 9 Circles wave section, the boss from Ultraviolence, the final boss, this pentagram of an extreme demon in which I don't exactly know which level it came from, and we have some sort of Charizard icon, and we have Nexus's icon and Vibrant's icon fighting off the 3 deadlocked mini-bosses. So there you have it, the 2.2 10-year anniversary video and RobTop's new channel banner, almost fully analyzed. There are definitely some things I missed in the banner since I don't know every single thing that's going on, but anyways, that's going to be it for today. If you liked this video, make sure to leave a like down below, and maybe even subscribe, it helps out the channel. 2.2 is almost here, can't wait for 2.2.